He's gone. He could go all the way.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Broncos and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading him out in his 2nd season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards. Mayfield now. Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. If you look at this Bronco defense, it's a 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. To throw, Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week.
To make him even more frustrated, he's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A first carry now. This is Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The numbers on the ground for
ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now it's Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it makes them come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only 4th down. So on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Off the play fake, Nix. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really. Make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. In motion, the tight end. Throwing, Nix. Escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, here's Nix. To the sideline and incomplete.
Credit if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Here, and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their
backs. They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, this is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that line of scrimmage. The 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
There's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. Made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it. So
got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he returns this to the 22. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Deal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yardage. And frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. On the move to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
He's in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Nix. Buying time to his left. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to get back a yard for his effort.
Possible loss into positive yardage.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So here are the Bucs to take over. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go.
Position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get.
I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Here's White. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend.
It's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They 5 going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves.
Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Nick's going to tap this forward, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying for it with Pirine. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the field. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start here with a handoff to White. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. They'll look to throw. This ball complete to Trey Palmer.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 14-3 ball game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Otten. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mayfield on play action. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up
That's going to bring up 3rd down.
the line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Versions, things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up.
Worked their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 on the...
To know about this drive, they've been moving the ball awfully well.
Shepard goes in motion.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to...
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So 3 points there, and they continue to be.
The better off you're going to be.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the... It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's sacked
Just yet.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to...
And they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry is Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The Broncos at 2-0.
Elliott, all on display in that victory.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. 8
to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Nix to the air.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. So it's simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. He's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchdown. That was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after the appointment.
Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Lost results there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. So now, Charles,
right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this is caught by Evans. Now he's free up the right sideline. Mike Evans to the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 94 yards.
What a play right there. This is just a case of get the ball into his hands and let him do his thing. He had all sorts of room to run once he caught the ball, and he's finally taken down.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. White is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sterling Shepard from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help.
Flynn for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Offense made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
In motion goes Patrick. Nix from the shotgun. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throwing Nix.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And which side can step up and assert its will over the other?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
That's when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Finding Otten once more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up.
Someone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
First down, here's White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the pocket. No reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. To throw, here's Nix.
Flush to his right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw is Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's
half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We start with two teams that played for the AFC Championship in years gone by. The Chargers traveling to Pittsburgh, and it's the home team who are out in front. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Christian Watson with a touchdown reception from Jordan Love. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. The Bucs were treated to a fine first half by their quarterback. That's Baker Mayfield. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Number 3, McLaughlin now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Broncos offense set to be
to the end zone and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into it. Now we give up the middle to Williams.
He'll take this to the 46. That ground game contained again there.
Theirs has been superior.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Nix. This is caught by Williams. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Another modest to this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Operating from the gun, Nix.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down.
Of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Williams again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
It's to try to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive into after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Two-score lead in the third quarter. They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guy.
They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And the completions to him in this game.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game.
Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Mayfield.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there, so picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So the Broncos coming out now.
At their own 36-yard line.
Starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
In motion goes Patrick. Working out of the gun is Nix. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he is caught.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
The rookie from Oregon on target with that one.
Speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8.
Did not let him get downfield.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now the rookie's free. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Flynn now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there.
Now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Vita Vea. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
I kind of feel like they've reached it.
Opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In motion, the tight end. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Dancing to his left. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The scramble good for a nice gain.
Down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, and now some space to operate.
It was Jamel Dean who brought him down.
Give credit to the defense for...
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And this one's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield for
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
After 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the ground with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's able to get across midfield and
long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Nix to the air. This one swung out to Williams.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now Williams running left. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hey, when you get good yardage like
that. Now 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Pirine.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
That one going for a gain of 11.
I'll tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked out a puncher's chance.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That one was in it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans.
And that 100-yard rusher, 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Godwin, the motion man.
From the gun, Mayfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
So is the line of scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10.
In motion goes Patrick.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Steps away to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into...
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Getting to him for the...
Do it in your own backfield? I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Second and 13.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points.
It'll be all about ball security from here on out.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still
to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The tight end in motion right. Now Mayfield.
He's got Otten.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive
might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Running out of the gun with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bucs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like...
Get it together in their own facility. Look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Denver getting set to... A first throw for the backup, Wilson.
And dropping it off underneath, here's Pirine.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
You got them bounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out.
A bit forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
A give left side for Pirine.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Offside. Defense.
Did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Hand off here for Pirine.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13. And they stay on the ground. This time it's Williams.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 74 yards for him.
So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another bill.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from
number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Buccaneers offense and running back.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And nearly another interception. Well, would have been his 3rd of the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a buck.
A first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? Fifth ball through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now back to the ground game with White.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. This is White, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play.
Here's Wilson.
And he almost had his second pick.
Defense knows fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And able to get it across the...
But not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Now Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
To throw again is Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
Caught by Dulcich. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Clock management definitely critical here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
Wilson will throw again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time. It's Crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
That is incomplete. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
That is caught.
And brought down, but not before they're inside.
A gain of 15. First down.
Here's Wilson.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will reach the 5.
Much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision.
Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
And the crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time.
Certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Wilson to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal. 14 seconds on the clock. They've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. Great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Bucs, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.